A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen, 1879, was the earliest of Ibsen's social drama. It was the first play to compel acclaim outside of Norway since Brand 1866. Ibsen's work had taken mainly the form of social satire. He found an abundance of theme in Norwegian town life for his problem plays. A Doll's House is a three-act play published on 4th December 1879. It premiered at Royal Theatre in Copenhagen, Denmark on 21st December 1879. Originally written in Norwegian language in a prose and was widely translated, the drama has the theme of women's right to individual self-development. A Doll's House, popularly called a feminist play, but Michael Mayer, Ibsen's translator, maintains play's theme not a woman's right but the need of every individual to find out what kind of person he or she really is and to strive to become that person. Ibsen himself maintained that although his play might have helped the movement of women's rights, but he had no conscious thought of making propaganda. The play is significant for the way it deals with the fate of a married woman who at the time in Norway lacked the responsible opportunities for self-fulfillment in a male-dominated world. It aroused a great sensation of the time and caused a storm of outraged controversy that went beyond the theatre to the world's newspaper and society. The setting of the play is the home of the Helmer family in an unspecified Norwegian town or city circa 1879. Let's get know about the character. The major characters of A Doll's House are Torvald Helmer, a lawyer, Nora, Torvald Helmer's wife, Dr. Rank, Torvald's close friend, Mrs. Linde, Nora's childhood friend, Niels Krogstad, a bank clerk. The minor characters of the plays are Helmer's three younger children, Ivor, Emmy, and Bob. The nurse, Annie Marie, a maid, Helena, the delivery boy. Let's get know about quick summary of A Doll's House. Act 1 opens with Nora Helmer, a young woman, enters her house carrying packages. It is Christmas evening and a porter delivers a Christmas tree. Nora's husband, Torvald, emerges from his study and greets her. She shows off the Christmas gift she has brought from their children. In although Torvald chastises her for spending too much, he is also very affectionate towards her, calling her his little skylark and little squirrel. The two of them celebrate the fact that Torvald has recently been promoted to bank manager, meaning they can have a more comfort life. Mrs. Linde and Dr. Rank arrive. Dr. Rank and Torvald exit to talk in his study. Mrs. Linde, who hasn't seen Nora for 8 years, tells her that She had an unhappy marriage and is now a widow, hoping to find a job. Nora promises her that she will ask Torvald to give her a job. Nora then reveals a secret she has been hiding. When she and Torvald were first married, she borrowed money in order to finance a trip to Italy that was necessary to save Torvald's life, as he had grown ill. She has paid off the debt in installments, secretly taking jobs and saving money from her allowance from Torvald. Niels Krogstad, an employee at the bank, arrives and talks to Torvald in Torvald's study. Dr. Rank comes out to talk to Nora and says that Krogstad is morally corrupt. Torvald enters and, after a brief conversation with Mrs. Linde, says he can give her a job at bank. Torvald, Mrs. Linde, and Dr. Rank exit, and Nora plays happily with her children. Krogstad enters, and Nora tells the children to go to their nursemaid and not tell anyone about Krogstad's visit. It is revealed that Krogstad is the person who Nora borrowed money from. He explains that he is being fired by Torvald and that Nora must stop this happening or else Krogstad will tell everyone her secret. He adds that he has evidence that Nora forged her father's signature in an IOU. Krogstad exits and Torvald returns. Nora tries to persuade him not to fire Krogstad but is unable to. Act 2 begins the next day. On Christmas Day, Nora, alone on stage, worries about her fate. Mrs. Linde arrives to help Nora sew her costume for a fancy dress ball that is being held on Boxing Day. Means on Christmas Day, Nora is dressing as an Italian fisher girl and plans on dancing the tarantella. Mrs. Linde asks to know more about Nora's secret, but Nora refuses to tell her anything for the moment. Torvald enters and Nora tries again to convince him not to fire Krogstad. The harder Nora tries, the angrier Torvald gets, and he eventually decides to send Krogstad's notice immediately. Dr. Rank arrives and is depressed, telling Nora he will die soon. She flirts with him and seems to be considering whether to ask him for money. He reveals that he is in love with her, and Nora gives up the idea of asking him for help. Dr. Rank leaves and Krogstad returns, asking if Nora had told Torvald her secret and telling her his ambition to eventually run the bank. He leaves a letter explaining the secret debate and forgery in Torvald's letter box and exits. Mrs. Linde returns and Nora explains the situation to her. Mrs. Linde tells Nora that she and Krogstad used to be in love and asks that Nora distract Norvald while Mrs. Linde attempts to talk to Krogstad. Mrs. Linde leaves and Nora begs Torvald to help her rehearse the tarantella. She dances in crazed, uninhibited way, puzzling Torvald about what has gone into her. Mrs. Linde returns, saying Krogstad was not in, but that she left him a note. The act ends with Nora declaring that she has 31 hours left to live. Act 3 opens on the next day. Krogstad comes to meet Mrs. Lindy at the Helmers' house. While they are at the bell means at Christmas party, it is revealed that the two of them once loved each other, but their relationship ended when Mrs. Lindy chose to marry a richer man because that was the only way to support her family. Mrs. Lindy struggled Mrs. Linday suggests that now that their respective spouses have both died, she and Krogstad marry so that she can take care of his children and they can live a happier life together. Krogstad is thrilled and offers to ask for his letter to Torvald back, as he is now regrets his earlier actions. Mrs. Lindy, however, tells him to leave it, saying that the truth must come out. Krogstad leaves, and Nora and Torvald return from the bell. Mrs. Lindy urges Nora to tell her husband the truth, and then she leaves as well. Torvald tells Nora how much he desires her, but Nora stubbornly resists his advance. Dr. Rank arrives and talks happily about how much he enjoyed the party, especially the wine. He leaves and Torvald discovers two visiting cards that Dr. Rank put in his letter box, indicating that he is about to die. Nora says goodnight to Torvald and sneaks out to the hall, preparing to escape and commit suicide. However, Torvald stops her, having discovered the letter from Krogstad. He is furious with her, saying she has ruined his life and that although they will, they will keep living together to preserve appearance, they cannot be happy and he won't let her raise their children. The maid brings a note from Krogstad saying he no longer wishes to blackmail Nora. The IOU is enclosed. Torvald rejoices, saying he is saved and that he forgives Nora. However, Nora reveals that she was going to kill herself because she thought that Torvald would step forward and defend her, ruining his life and career. She explains that she has realized that she can no longer live with Torvald, whom she considers to be a stranger to her, and wishes to leave in order to discover a sense of who she is. Torvald at first calls her stupid and insane, before changing his tone and promising to change so that she will stay. Nora resolute says that she must leave. Torvald is left alone on stage in despair. The play ends with the sound of the slam of the front door as Nora exit.